Hello and good afternoon my dear students. Welcome back once again to this short tutorial video for class 10 students. Since we have finished with the quantity equations, that is just solving simple quantity equations on the previous after the last video. So in this video what we will be doing is we will be dealing with word problems. Okay, we will be dealing with word problems on the quantity equations. Okay, so this one is actually your chapter number 6, that is solving simple problems based on quantity equations. Okay, you will be given word problems and how you will be dealing with the word problems. I will try to teach you how to plot the equation from the statement. Okay, you won't be given direct equation in here till up to chapter 5, that is after previous equation exercise. What we used to get was direct equation, isn't it? All we needed to do was just solve the equation and get the values of the variable. But here in this exercise, what we will be getting is we will be getting the equation under statement form, that is word problem. Simple. Okay, so now see, in this topic, this one, that is word problems, the word problems are basically divided into 4 sections. See, first of all is problems based on numbers. Okay, first of all is problem based on numbers. Second one is problem based on time and work. Okay, third one is problem based on geometrical figures, and the fourth one will be problems based on speed, distance and time. Okay, and why I have marked these two, that is the first one and the third one with 3 star marks, is these two are common topics from which the question from the board examination most of the time commonly comes from these two topics. Okay, that is the problems based on numbers and problems based on speed, distance and time. So the other two are also important, but most of the time the question comes from these two topics. Okay, so problems based on numbers, that is the first one we'll be dealing with. Is the first subtopic today. Okay, that is problems with the word problems based on numbers. Okay, and remember, word problems based on numbers, you will be dealing here in this topic. You will be dealing not just with numbers but with age as well. Okay, age also comes under numbers, no? So you will be dealing with age as well. Okay, age of different. You will be getting those. Say, I'll be when you will be dealing with the equations and all, you will get to know. Okay. Okay. So problems based on numbers. Now, say, first of all, so what needs to be understood in word problems is the word. Okay, the sentences, how the questions have been asked. So you need to know the exact meaning of terms given in the question. Okay, that is very important. The exact meaning of terms given in the question. Like say, in exercise number 6a, page number 69. Exercise 6a, page number 69. Your first question is given as, say, the product of two consecutive integers. The product of two consecutive integers. Okay, it's given as the product of two consecutive integers is 56. Now, what does product means? Product means multiplication, isn't it? We need to multiply numbers. Now, see, product of two consecutive integers. Now, say, what does consecutive means? Consecutive means which comes one after another, isn't it? Continuous number which comes one after another. That is, we can say 2 and 3 are their consecutive numbers, but not 2 and 4. Remember, 2 and 4 are not consecutive numbers, but 2 and 3 are consecutive numbers. Similarly, we can say 3 and 4 are consecutive numbers. Okay, consecutive numbers which comes one after another. So we have been told that the product of two consecutive integers, so, is 56. Find the integers. We need to find the integers as well. Okay. So how we do this is, say, exercise 6a, solution number 1. So the product of two consecutive integers. Our question is the product of two consecutive integers is 56. Find the integer. So first of all, we need to assume. So let the integers. Okay. So let the integers be. Suppose if I have assumed one of my integers is x. So what will be its consecutive? The another one. So simple. It can be 1 plus x and x plus 1. X plus 1, or it can be x minus 1 as well, isn't it? So I have assumed it as x and x plus 1. Okay. So, and this is how you will be writing for the word problems. Okay. So first of all, assume what you needs to be known, what you need to figure out. Okay. Then according to the question, this is how you will be writing. Okay. The way of writing is also very important. Okay. In your board examination, the way of writing is also very important. So let the integers be x and x plus 1 according to the question. Now the question says that the product of two consecutive integers is 56. So according to the question, what we get to know is the product. Product means multiplication. X into x plus 1. The product of consecutive integers is 56. That's what we have been told. X into x plus 1 is 56. Okay. Now just open up the terms. So multiplication of monomial, isn't it? Multiplication of a monomial and a binomial. So this x will multiply this as well. So x into x will give you x squared, isn't it? Now again, this into this. So x into 1 plus 1 plus 1x equals to 56. This is what we have, isn't it? Now, taking it to the general form, what happens? The right hand side is 0, we know that, isn't it? So, x squared plus x minus 56 is equals to 0. This is what we get as our general form. Now see, the question states that we need to figure the integers as well. Find the integers. Okay, we need to find out both the integers as well. So basically it goes with the straight in the middle term, bracket, isn't it? 7 14, 7 8 times is 56. So 7 8 minus 7 will give you x as well, 1. So x squared plus 8x minus 7x minus 56 equals to 0. So here you have x as common, x plus 8. If you take minus 7 as common, you get x plus 8 equals to 0. And here we have x plus 8 and x minus 7 equals to 0. So now what we have? We have either x plus 8 equals to 0, that is the value of x is we got as minus 8, or x minus 7 equals to 0, that is x equals to 7. Now see, here what we have is we got the value of we got the values for x, remember that. We got the value for x, one of the variables. But our integers, what we have taken as our integers, see, 8 and 7, remember minus 8 and 7, they are not our integers. Okay, they are not both the integers. Not one of them is our integer, but not both of them. Okay, so what we will do here is let the integers be. This is what we have. We are looking after, isn't it? So now what happens is once you got the value of two different values for a variable, so what you will do is first of all, so what happens is when x equals to minus 8, that is if the value of x is minus 8, then what are our integers? So the integers, you have to write this way, see, when x equals to a minus 8, the integers are, so one of the integers is x, another integer is x plus 1, that is the value is minus 8, isn't it? Minus 8 plus 1, and you will be getting your answer as minus 7. So see, now this one of the pair of integers is minus 8 and minus 7. Okay, now what happens again? Again go with the second one, that is when x equals to 7. Because we got two values to the variable, isn't it? Two values of the x. So when x equals to 7, the integers are, so one of the integers represented with x, this is what we have assumed, isn't it? X and x plus 1, so x equals to 7, another one is x plus 1, that is 7 plus 1, that is equals to 8, and we got another pair as 7 and 8, see? Minus 7 and minus 7 and 7, they are two different terms, isn't it? So minus 8 and 8 are two different terms, so we got two set of pairs of integers. That is, it could be either minus 7, 8 and minus 7, or it can be 7 and 8. What was the condition? What was the equation? When we multiply both the integers, we get 56, isn't it? Now, so you can cross check your answer as well. See, 7 and 4 9, 7 times 56, minus plus. So again you will get plus 56 for the first, from the first pair as well. Similarly, let's go take the second pair, 7 and 8. 7 times is 56, we know that, isn't it? 7 times is 56. See, that is how it is done. Okay. I hope you can understand this one. Okay, we will be taking another question as well. See, now from the next time onwards, what I will be doing is I will be simply plotting, I will be showing you how to plot up to equation. From there onwards, you have to solve by yourself. Okay? Okay. So I hope you kids have understood this one. Okay. Now the next one, what we have in the next question is, what we have is question number 2. The sum of squares of two consecutive natural numbers is 41. The sum of squares of two consecutive natural numbers. So again, for solution number 2, let's assume our numbers as say. Find the numbers. So we need to figure out the numbers. So let the numbers be. So we have been told about two consecutive natural numbers. So again, the consecutive term is there. So that means finally the numbers be, there will be x and x plus 1, isn't it? So the numbers will be x and x plus 1. And the sum of the squares of two consecutive numbers. So according to the question, what we have according to the question is the sum of squares of two consecutive numbers. That is, if you square both the numbers and add them, then you will be getting your answer as 41. Find the numbers. So you need to figure out the numbers. Okay. So what I have done here is I have given you I have assumed the numbers as x and x plus 1. I have this one plotted the equation. Now it's your homework to solve it. Okay, to solve it and keep it as it is. Okay, to solve it and keep it in your copy, then I'll be checking it afterwards. Okay. Okay. Similarly for question number 3 as well, find the two natural numbers which differ by 5. See, find the two natural numbers which differ by 5 and the sum of whose squares is 97. So, find the two natural numbers. Again, we are talking about natural numbers. So, question number 3 as well. So, let the numbers be. Okay. So, what we have been told about the numbers is find two natural numbers which differ by 5. So, suppose if I assume one of the numbers is x, let the numbers be x. So, what will be my next number? In any cases, see, the difference between two numbers is 5. So, what does that mean? If one of the numbers is x, and then I can take one of the number as x plus 5, or I can take minus 5 as well, isn't it? The difference between the two numbers is 5. That means one of the numbers is 5 more than the other number, or 5 less than the other number, isn't it? So, that is why I have assumed x in x plus 5. Is it okay? Okay. And the sum of whose squares is 97. Again, the same thing. And the sum of whose squares is 97. So, according to the question, sum of whose squares is 97. X squared plus x plus 5 squared is given as 97. Sum of whose squares is 97. So, according to the question, this is what we got. Okay. So, and from here, I want to solve it. So, I want you to solve this sum as well. Okay. So similarly, in the other questions we have some reciprocals and all. I guess we know what a reciprocal is, isn't it? Simply converting denominator to numerator and numerator to denominator. A whole number can be written in the fractional form, isn't it? There always lies 1 in the denominator. So for a reciprocal of that number means all you need to do is take 1 from denominator to numerator and the numerator to denominator. Okay. So okay, the other sums are similar sums. The other sums in here are similar sums. So what I want you to do is first just go through the sums. Okay, just go through the terms. Try to plot the equations. Try to solve the other equations, other sums as well. Okay, and if you have any problems, then do let me know. As I've already told you that for reference, if you have any problems with plotting the equations and all, you can always this one. Cross check your the way of your plotting and all in this one, the A plus stopper and all as well, isn't it? I have already told you about that as well. So, okay, the last sum that I will be doing for today under the topic will be question number 17. Question number 17 from the same exercise, and since it's a previous year sum, so I'll be doing that. Okay, question number 17. Question number 17. What we have in question number 17 is, say, a positive number is divided into two parts. A positive number is divided into two parts such that the sum of the squares of two parts is 20. A positive number is divided into two parts. Okay, such that the sum of the squares of two parts is 20. See, the square of the larger part is 8 times the smaller part. So taking x as the smaller part of the two parts, find the number. So see, we have been instructed to take x as the smaller part as well. So let's go. Okay, so for solution number 17. So let the smaller, okay, so let the smaller part be x. And what we have been told from the question is that according to the question, the sum of larger part, suppose let's say larger part, the square of the larger part is 8 times the smaller part. This is what we have been told. The square of the larger part is 8 times the smaller part. See, it's given in the question. The square of the larger part is 8 times the smaller part. So that means from here what you can do is, you can figure out your larger part as well, isn't it? So the larger part will be simple. What it will be? Square root of x. Isn't it? This is what happens when you take square from one of the sides, square root to this other side, isn't it? Now, so according to the question, what we have is, a portion divided in two parts such that the sum of the squares of two parts is 20. Sum of the squares of two parts. So, smaller part I have as x, smaller part, isn't it? Plus larger part I have as square root of 8x. The sum of whose squares is 20. So, this is equals to 20. This is what we have according to the question. So, here again, x squared plus. What happens when you take square root part? So, the square root will get vanished, isn't it? The root gets off. minus 20, and directly taking it to the general form as well, equals to 0. So we have 20 in here, 18 here, so the factors are 10 and 2, isn't it? So x squared plus 10x minus 2x minus 20 equals to 0. X as common, x plus 10 minus 2 as common, x plus 10 equals to 0. So here we have x plus 10 and x minus 2 equals to 0. So you have either x plus 10 equals to 0, that is x equals to minus 10, or you have x minus 2 equals to 0 and x equals to 2. So see, this is what we got our value for the variable, remember x. Okay, and we have been told about it's a positive number. See, the question says it's a positive number. A positive number is divided into parts. So that means, see, one of the values we got smaller number we are getting as minus 10. Because see, we have a smaller number as x, isn't it? And smaller number is getting as minus 10. So it's a negative integer, isn't it? So that means this value of x will not be valid. So I will be writing empty. Is it understood? Okay, now another value of x is we got as 2. So simply you will write when x equals to 2. So x equals to 2 means smaller part. So smaller part is represented with x. So directly the value of x, that is smaller part is 2, and larger part. So the larger part is equals to square root of 8 into x. The value of x I am substituting it here, 2. Now 8 times is 16. So what we know, x equals to, though it comes plus minus 4, but again here what happens, we have been told about the number, that is it's a positive number, so the value of the negative, we can neglect the negative sign, and simply the larger part, the value of larger part is 4. So we have our number as, the smaller number as 2 and the larger number as 4. So okay, so the last one, okay, what we have is, we have smaller part as 2 and larger part as 4, isn't it? And we have been told to figure out the number, isn't it? So that is, so therefore the number will be, we need to add up the number, smaller and the larger part, isn't it? So 2 plus 4, that is 6, okay? So that is your number. So I hope you have understood this one. Okay, what we are doing is dealing with numbers, as I've already told you about the sums and all, okay? If you have any problems, then do let me know, okay? Till then, we'll be doing the next topic onwards, we'll be doing on the next video as well, okay? So till then, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye. And remember to do your homework as well, okay? The remaining sums from the topic will be your homework, okay? Okay, bye-bye.